It is.
You're good.
You ready?
Yep.
All right, it is 6:01. We will get started. We'll call the meeting to order of the Cheney Parks Board. Let's do a roll call. So do we have Commissioner Babcock?
Here.
Berger? No, Berger. How do you pronounce the last name, Toby?
DePupo.
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 That's the funniest one I've ever done. I usually get like DePupio, DePapo, it's DePupo.
DePupo.
Very Italian. That's okay. Shelby's great. I'm here.
Commissioner Buck? On Zoom. Colin?
Yep.
Randall?
Here.
Valencia's here. And then we'll go to citizen participation. If we have anyone.
I just want to introduce, this is Tori. And Tori I found on Facebook, on her Cheney Dog Park Facebook. And she has graciously said she would be the person who posts because I can't. I've tried and I can't do it. So she's going to take over our Cheney Facebook. So I thought it'd be a good idea if Tori came and she could hear what we're talking about with the dog park and then she could post it on the Cheney Facebook.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, for being here. I think that'd be it for citizen participation. Item 5, approval of minutes. The chair will entertain a motion.
I seconded it for first day.
Motion to approve the minutes.
Move to approve, there we go.
I'll second.
Second, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All right, and then we will move on to information items. We'll start with Dan with aquatics update.
Okay, so last month after this meeting, we had a meeting with our contractors, the general contractor, the pool contractors, to talk about our construction timeline, and they were very concerned about falling behind. And a few days later, after that meeting, they actually let go of our project superintendent here for Walker Construction, and so replaced him with somebody else.
And wait, why would they do that? Because the person who's in charge is not doing his job?
Well, things were looking very bleak, and whatever issues they were having internally, they didn't feel like they were giving us Walker's best. They thought they could do better. They really want to make this project be a success. So we set up someone new in there, and at that meeting they said that they would update us about this time. So probably tomorrow or the next day, hopefully we'll have a meeting to see how things are going. At that meeting, they said that they thought the pool was roughly 2 weeks behind schedule, and the building was right on schedule. Not a threat with the building. So all of a sudden now things are coming together at a super rapid. I feel like we hit a time warp. Like you can see so much progress going on with the building, and I'll show you some pictures here in just a second. Building and the pools, and so what we're trying to do is we feel like we owe the public an update on when is this going to be, rather than like doing like, hey, we think it's going to be this, and then have postpone that announcement. We're hoping to get a really firm update as soon so we can do that. Let's see. So budget-wise, nothing really has changed with our new superintendent. He's not telling us about like, he's not trying to nickel and dime us for stuff at this point. I'm sure that'll probably catch up here at some point. So nothing new on budget. Fundraising, Kelly will talk about some good stuff that happened last month, or this last few weeks here. And also a huge shout out to Elsa, the citizen that's been attending. She got a $1,000 donation from you. So that was really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So operations wise, we're ordering our pool deck chairs, and there's roughly 25,000. Those we'll have to order them soon before and have the place delivered. And we might have to do a little party where people come together, including anybody put a couple things together. There's going to be a lot of them. There's a little piece you have to put together.
Question, has Vista given the pool any money yet?
No, so Vista was the very first person, the Vista Foundation that we met with, and they were like gung-ho that they would be supported through the foundation. So we haven't received anything yet, but there's a formal grant process that we'll be going through. So hopefully we can anybody has any connection, I can offline. Okay, that would be great. So the other thing too is, we talked about concessions last month, and we're still waiting on an update from our architect about space modifications that we can do. But, you know, somebody at the end of the meeting was like, hey, we should really just try to be very simplistic this first year with concessions, you know, until we figure out what our space is. I'm like, man, that's probably not a bad idea. Just, you know, not try to like, you know, get all these things going and we're having, you know, operation, we're trying to learn as we go. So real quickly, here's some pictures. Maybe we can
Oh, there.
Oh, it's a public one. Yeah, it's a sequel.
I'll
So,
show them
yeah,
to
so here's
Colette.
so if you're looking at from Cedar Street, this
Oh
is
my
the
gosh, it has a wall.
gable end of the building, and,
Oh, that's so cool.
this hole right here looks into the building, looks into,
Join Colette online.
like, all hospitals have to go to like our accounts.
Kelly.
Oh, sorry, everyone online.
I'm holding up for them.
Once you walk in, this is, the next page here, this is our pump pit. And you can see all these pipes coming in, and then, you can see these steel beams, there'll be some more stuff added to that.
So who will be in charge of, the chemicals? Like, I know that the guards will test the water, but who will come in and backwash and do all that?
So Matt Myers just completed his aquatics facility operator course in
Okay, so-
Silton last week. So he helped with the chemicals in the previous pool. But I feel like, and Ethan, I think his intention was to be involved in that. And then whatever else, whatever tech support we need, that we can offer from public works, we're happy to do that. Third page, this is our regenerative media filtration tanks. These things are gigantic. It's like a 10-foot ceiling, and those things are right up against it. So this is what'll filter the water. And next page, this is on North 8th Street. You can see, actually, this is this morning, and then this afternoon they actually sheeted this, so this is covered in sheeting. And next page, this is looking in from the pools towards the pool house. This is the middle section of the building. This is approximately where like the locker rooms will be and the universal changing rooms is kind of what we're looking at. Those block walls go up very fast. Next page, this is the north end of the building. You can see that they're going south to north. This is the community room, and they're laying block walls. And by the end of next week, this will have trussers on there. And within the next 10 days, this should be sheeted and have the trussers on. Second page, this is the leisure pool, and you can see like how this is coming together.
Looks so cool.
It's all these panels are getting bolted together, and they're really making some progress there. This next page, it shows the inside of the leisure pool and where the lazy river is going to be. And so
That's cool.
the plastic sheeting off, but right in front of this piece of heavy equipment, they're having to sheet this so that they can weld without any moisture getting in there. So they're doing things to help the project go along despite whatever weather issues we have. So they're doing some of the first welding right now. Next page, this is the deep end of the lap pool. And one of the things that's kind of interesting about this is that if you see these two white pieces of metal on the corners, that actually shows how deep this pool is going to be. So it's 12.5 feet deep, but it just, without having these up there, really it's hard to put in perspective how deep the pool really is. So what they're doing is, this Sunday they're flying in another crew from Texas, the pool company. This is like a really neat gesture on their part, because they're hauling down. They got we'll have close to 15 people working, so they're going to start putting together all these metal brackets right here. They'll start putting up all the walls on the lap pool, while other people are welding on the other pool. So it should be.
So when are they gonna do that, like on Monday, or are they doing that on
They've been working on the weekends too.
Oh, okay.
Again, like they're not asking us for overtime or, some points that, who knows what could happen, but it's a really cool gesture by them. And then the last page here just shows another picture. This is the use your pool from the backside and, just another angle. This will all be backfilled
above the ground.
rock material, and then it'll be concrete. But anyway, that's,
Yeah, when we're done, I don't have that picture in this packet, I wanna show Colette.
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
now only 2 weeks behind.
well, and if this, and if the pool contractors continue to make progress as they are, I mean, who knows?
Might not.
I don't want to say anything, but I mean,
Don't jinx it.
so.
And then we don't talk about no-nos in baseball, we don't talk about it.
All right, anything else with aquatics or the pool?
Pool tour.
I've hired 15 lifeguards.
Not really.
Yeah, so we're moving along with that.
Certified lifeguards?
Nope. Not all of
That's the
them,
next step.
but they're signing up for classes to get certified.
Next month, I think.
Yeah, so hopefully pass. Yeah, I went to a job fair yesterday. It was not as good as I thought it was gonna be. We didn't have that many people show interest, but it was at Freeman High School, and they had 5th graders and a lot of middle schoolers there, but they didn't tell us that
So that's the.
that was gonna be a lot of them. I mean, they still had high school students there, but
Did you hire a pool manager?
yes. Yeah, and
Can you tell us who it is?
yeah, so his name's Matthew Norman. He is
You know him.
He's so good.
he's a lifeguard at Eastern currently.
Okay.
He also
He's the sweetest kid
Is
ever.
that Matt with the dark hair?
Long hair.
Yeah, it's kind of curly. He teaches
Okay.
water aerobics
Yeah.
Yeah,
in the morning water
Right,
aerobics.
right,
Yeah.
okay.
He's a good kid.
awesome.
He
He
is.
is a good
oh,
kid.
you guys all perfect. You guys
He's the nicest kid
so yeah,
ever.
he just finished all of his paperwork, so I sent him like his employment paperwork and background check and stuff. So I sent him an email today to get him in the office next week or week after next, so we can start working on getting all the aquatics training
And then,
and programs set.
can we, Andrea, she's teaching the next class, could she tell us how to make sure that they're signing up for her class and then the one I'm doing in April, just to make sure that.
She has 4 so far, she's probably today.
She needs 5 in order for it
Yeah,
to
she's
run.
got a 5 to run a class,
Oh, really? Oh,
so we gotta do some recruiting.
Do you know if one of your people is an Intner kid? I forgot his first name.
no, that doesn't sound familiar.
Okay, I'll call him.
Thank you.
Do you know about the job fair that Workforce Council is putting on April 23rd?
That sounds familiar. What's it called?
It's called the Spokane County Career Expo. It's usually on KHQ, co-sponsors it, and they put it on, I can send you the info, but
Yeah,
just,
please do.
we help run it too. We just got the info today, so I look forward to that.
Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah, April 23rd, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Thanks. And then we would like to set up a pool tour with you guys, when you're free, so we can go check out the pool and look at the progress. So I don't know if the easiest thing would be to just do it next month at our park board meeting, or if there's another day or time that works best for everybody.
How about first, what are you thinking, a weekday?
Yeah, weekday.
Okay. Do we wanna just do you wanna just send out like 3-4 dates? What time of day would be best for everyone, like afternoon, late afternoon, morning, what's everyone's availability?
Well, it's still light, we could just
Yeah,
do
we
the
could
park board meeting there.
Or could everybody meet at 5:30? Instead of 6?
Or 5?
A little bit earlier.
Yeah, or 5.
Yeah.
5 o'clock next Parks Board meeting,
Meet there.
which is?
Yeah, let's meet at the pool.
Meet at the pool.
Yeah,
5
that'll
o'clock.
be
Yeah,
our
that'll be
meeting.
more light, but
So that'd
Be
be,
a little bit late. I work till 5 o'clock, just so everybody knows.
that'd be April 9th. We did 5:15, quarter after.
Is 5:15 okay, Colette?
That should work. I usually get into town about 5:20-ish, but I can try and be here around there, so
I
it
think.
should be close enough.
Okay,
So
Yep.
April 9th, 5:00.
For the permitting.
Oh, come on, just rearrange.
What there?
We'll have a roof by then.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that'd be
Okay, okay, and food.
and I'll send out an email to everybody
Yes,
as well.
that'd be great.
Parking be available there?
Parking's tricky.
Okay.
But we can move some fences or something.
No.
We could park
These
it,
are-
Beth's probably,
Beth's, yeah.
just walk over,
Just walk
yeah.
over.
I'll use my Lamborghinis.
Your what?
My Lamborghini, I'll walk.
Oh.
5:15, right?
5:15 at, you wanna meet at the old pool, or not there anymore, where do you wanna meet? Where's the place to meet there, so we just,
Probably on North 8th Street, right, how was this?
The multi-care clinic should be closed by then, so hopefully we'll park there.
See, right in here. On North 8th Street, right, part of those.
or like,
We got a block right there.
okay.
What, can you show me that, which picture was that again? Okay,
North 8th Street in front.
North 8th Street, Colette, right here.
It's put in on
Okay,
calendar,
You'll
maybe
see.
the City Aquatic Center. Maybe have photos.
Okay. And then are you gonna give a tour?
Sure.
Alright, that
Cool.
sounds good. Anything else with aquatics before we move on?
One last thing, June 5th, we're doing an open house, but more of a rare. The expectation is that people would be writing checks too, so.
So like, you're gonna have the community
Oh, yeah,
come?
please do talk about that now.
It'll be probably a fundraiser with general contractors, subcontractors, and it'll probably be, more people who are wanting to make a contribution. So the intent is to raise money and awareness for some of our short-term financial.
You said June 5th, and what time?
It's TBD, we're still waiting on the mayor, but it's probably 6 o'clock.
This
The one working group, we're putting that on, friend of the pool, or you asked Jackie, is that right?
We're gonna get, yeah, the pool will be involved.
I will let them know. I won't even be here.
What was that, Dan? I'm so sorry.
Oh,
June,
June 5th.
June 5th
It's the day
for,
before graduation.
for what?
it's just a walkthrough
June
with
fifth is more like 14.
Oh, okay.
contractors.
Graduation.
It's like a ground on Monday.
Yeah.
My kid has to play on it.
So June
And
5th, more details coming.
Yeah.
Graduating.
And he is starting Easter.
Can I check it?
it?
Cool. Miss Grace and I last Friday went to junior high school to try to recruit some lifeguards. I think it was pretty successful.
I got 8 applications.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yay.
were super interested, super interested, super stoked. They loved the board you put together.
That was Grace.
Oh, Grace is amazing.
Yeah.
Go Grace. I've heard absolutely wonderful things about her, like through the grapevines that she's doing a great job.
She is.
And I go to school with her, she's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really successful. They were stoked on the pay, which is $20, I believe.
Yep.
So yeah, they were real jazzed about it and it was fun and successful.
Yeah,
So-
they also brought back a whole paper filled with emails, and I'm gonna email everybody on that list and be like, hey, here's the link to apply. Let me know if you have questions. Here are our lifeguard training classes.
It was good.
Yeah.
And if we need to do it again, I'm happy to.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
What's the minimum age for a lifeguard?
15.
15.
Which I didn't know either.
Mm.
Yeah, good time and successful.
Yeah, thank you for doing that.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Anything else with aquatics? We'll move on to Spokane Parks Board, or Parks Foundation.
Well, they gave us $7,000 to resurface yeah, thank you, the playground at Hagelin Park. It's gonna be that kind of rubbery material, to put towards that, so, that'll be nice and it'll help it be more ADA accessible. And then they also gave $25,000 towards the Cheney Aquatic Center to use, so very happy and excited about that.
That's exciting,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Yvonne, who's the executive director, is working really hard to make sure that Cheney gets recognized and that we get a lot of help too, because it's been like really Spokane focused, and so she's doing a really good job of branching out of Spokane City and making sure the little guys outside of the city are getting help too.
Are these grants you are writing and submitting?
No, Spokane Parks Foundation is doing it on behalf of us.
Cool.
Aquatic Center too? Aren't you mentioned that?
Oh, I did.
Okay, sorry. Since we have our guest here, do we want to talk about the dog park?
Yes, I was hoping you could give us an update. So we're going to, what's the first thing we're gonna do?
Well, I left it, Todd was here for the last meeting, right?
Right.
So I know we're looking at adding topsoil, and then everyone's agreed with the clover. And we have to probably get some snow banks and split it in two, at least the big one, to give half a chance, for the clover to start growing, and then when that's established, then they do the other side type thing.
Are they gonna, rake it first or just put topsoil?
I was hoping we could, but other guys are concerned the more we mess with it, the more rocks are gonna start showing up.
Oh, okay.
It's a rock pile.
I would say before you put in topsoil, you should drag it to get rid of the knapweed and such, right? Because there's a lot of noxious weeds there.
Yeah.
We've been fine.
And we've talked about vinegar. You can get really high strength vinegar to kill weeds and stuff. But that's still in discussion, we're lucky. But I also wanted to get, they've got the money for, small shade area building. We gotta get that foundation in. I don't know if that'll be before or after we do the topsoil. And we've got it, I wanna get the water station. And lastly, we're working on the Selnave parking lot, needs to be redone. And when we do that, I wanna pave the little parking area for the dog park, right? I don't like that ground there, it's unkempt. So, there'll probably be, where the two gates are, I'm not happy with, I guess, the fencing is a little bit flimsier than I would hope it would be. The gate areas are already starting to show a little bit of wear. Look, we need some more granular sand gravel type thing just in the entryway. So all that's in the works. So when we got people, and we were talking about getting help with the trucking of the soil rather than city forces. We might have someone do that for us, but we would probably use city forces to level it. We have lots of soil.
What I've noticed in the fence is that in a lot of places, they didn't put the attachment on. Like there's a wire at the top, over the top, but they didn't go all the way down. And when you build chain link, you usually put more of those.
So we'll take a look at that. I was hoping to have
latches.
What? I mean, that's flimsy. That was not what I was.
Part of that is that the post isn't straight with the gate.
It's already leaned over.
Yeah, so I think somebody just wrenched on it because it was sticking and they were strong.
Whenever you put something out there, we all know it's gonna get beat up.
Yeah.
So anyhow, that's kind of where we got some traction on that. It's time and people dependent.
So when you are talking about spreading the soil, Could we have the community come and help? Is that an option
We could post it on Facebook and say, is anybody interested
in
in
helping?
doing a volunteer day?
And
What I think would be helpful if we, spreading, we'll probably just use a big, front end loader, and we got a grader as well. Then we'd be raking it thereafter for the larger stones would probably be, that's where we would need the help.
And if we did do a date and I had lots of, time, I could get some of the LDS missionaries to come and help. But I have to have lots of notice
Yeah.
to have.
I think there's gonna be tons of potential for, sweat equity.
What equity.
Yeah. If we can get our, get it, organizing is 90% of it.
Yeah.
A lot of people are willing to help.
Right.
It's getting it organized, and get it laid out, and.
Still have money in the, dog park 401c, so we could have hot dogs and chips.
So as we get closer, as soon as things start to dry out, then we can kind of start firming stuff up. Both the soil and the plants.
Yeah.
Okay. I know somebody who's kind of a plant expert, I can ask him about what would be the best way to get rid of the knapweed.
Yeah, I wanted to go and disc it up, but it is a lot of rock in there. It'd almost be like a weed whacker type now, and then raking and then adding soil, and then what do you do to keep, the best
You
thing
gotta
is
kill that,
To get the knapweed.
kosher weed and knapweed is bad.
Yeah.
And that's not good because that's got a real thick, that's what hurts on little paws when you cut that off, so. And it's hard to kill.
It just makes people to go through every week and pull whatever's coming up. That's probably the other way to get rid of knapweed, if you want anything else to grow there. Have to do.
Well, again, I hope later on, I wanna have irrigation in there. And if you keep that thing irrigated and the clover and keep it thick, it keeps a lot of the noxious weeds out.
Yeah.
And then another thing I keep forgetting to bring up about where the aquatic center is that we need to spray those trees for bees. Cause you remember when we had our, fundraising out there before we even broke ground? And we looked up and there was, I bet it was that big around, hornet's nest, that big around in the trees above us. And then when we had the pool open before, the bees were so bad and the kids were getting stung. So if they could start spraying maybe in, what do you think, May, for bees?
Stop.
Whoever would spray, whoever does that sprays the trees. I don't think they have been spraying enough, because I don't think the bees would be a hornet's nest that big if we hadn't been spraying them. So,
We can bring this up to public works tomorrow.
yeah. That'd be good.
that waiting pool used to just be.
You know, it was so bad, just the bees were horrible. And by August, it was just,
Yeah, well, they are wasps and yellow jackets, they're not bees.
yeah, they were bad.
Okay, anything else more on the dog park?
I was gonna say, sorry to interrupt, the dog park fence latch is totally busted on the inside to the big park. Like somebody has busted off one part of the U clasp that keeps it closed. I have no idea how that happened. But it can kind of stay closed with tension, but it's just not secured. So I don't know what happened.
It just needs a latch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Replace.
I think you'd probably get that at Ace, would you think, or Home Depot?
Oh, yeah,
Probably. And it's just a couple of
John's has
screws.
the parts.
I'll mention it to our street park.
Yeah,
See who gets
we
to
gotta
it
be,
first.
we gotta get
and
a
those
heavier
guys.
gauge there, because that's not gonna withstand these vandals. I noticed that one a couple of weeks ago. Was already already showing.
I don't think that fence company is a business anymore.
We got a pretty good deal, but at the gates, we need to beef it up, so we'll talk about that.
Oh, we got all your paper out.
So well noted. All that.
It definitely doesn't need to be like done right now. I'm just saying it's so funny because I went there, I think, for the first time last week in a while, and somebody had just snapped off part of it.
Yeah, it's good old public parks that are just targets
Too bad.
for kids.
Thanks, Colette.
Thank you. Anything else on dog park? Not, we'll move on to board member reports. Any commissioners have reports? Staff reports? Anything else for the good order before we close? All right, we will adjourn. We'll see everyone at the new pool next month.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good
Thanks,
night.
Colette. See you, Colette.
See ya.
Here ya.
For coming.